everyone. Fellow ministers, heads of delegations, it is my enormous pleasure to call this meeting of APEC Ministers Responsible for Trade to order. And I'm going to just wait for the buzz to quiet down a little bit. It is a special privilege and pleasure for me to welcome you to this place, the great city of Detroit. It is fitting that we are meeting here. Has become synonymous with rebirth, revitalization, and a very dynamic innovation. The story of Detroit is the story of America. It is a city with a rich past, fantastic historic architecture, vibrant arts, and passionate sports fans. It is also a place whose history and future are intimately connected to the subject that brings us together today, which is trade. For the United States, this meeting is an opportunity to recognize and honor the generations of working people right up to this present day who have made Detroit an engine of the U.S. economy. Motor City, which is our affectionate nickname for Detroit, is the backbone of America's industrial might. Its fingerprints are all over our nation's history. Its resilience, perseverance, and dedication carried the torch forward through many lifetimes. When President Biden and I speak about putting workers at the center of our trade policy, it is not an exaggeration to say that Detroit, past, present, and future, is at the heart of this. So I am determined during these 2 days to provide you all with a flavor of this dynamic place and its people. Detroit has experienced firsthand some of the most negative impacts of an aggressive liberalization of trade and deindustrialization, factories that have been shuttered and communities who have suffered. We meet at a time of shared uncertainty and challenges in the global economy, including fragile supply chains, a growing inequality, and a worsening climate crisis. These challenges were exacerbated through the pandemic and increasing geopolitical tensions that we see today. In light of this, we must assess where we are and think creatively to better prepare ourselves for a more resilient and sustainable future. I want to thank our recent APEC hosts, especially Malaysia, New Zealand, and Thailand, for piloting us through some very tough times and for pointing us in the right direction with the Putrajaya Vision, the Aotearoa Plan of Action, and the Bangkok Goals. We have a solid foundation to build on, and we have a lot of work ahead, especially as we continue to implement previous outcomes. We have a golden opportunity in APEC to forge a new path for our people and for our planet, and to build our economies from the bottom up and the middle out to deliver tangible results for our people. A good example is the World Trade Organization discussion that we will be having this afternoon. Our economies were able to work together at the 12th Ministerial Conference just short of a year ago. We came together to deliver important outcomes. So that session will be an important touch point to build on those successes and to move deliberately and intelligently forward in reforming the WTO to better respond to today's challenges. Then tomorrow, we will turn our attention to fully integrating the principles of sustainability and inclusion in our respective trade policies and our engagements with other trading partners. I am especially looking forward to learning from your experiences and best practices in this regard. We have a very full agenda ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to a very robust discussion. And before concluding, I would like to thank all of the officials from APEC economies who have worked so hard on the draft statement for this meeting and on many other aspects of preparations for this MRT. I look forward to updating you soon on the successful conclusion of the MRT statement negotiations. With this brief comments, let me once again welcome each of you very warmly to Detroit, and I'm looking forward to a very productive time together. Thank you. And I think at this point, I'll also play narrator. We're going to invite the press to leave the room before we